Yeah, hello everybody. Switch cameras. There we go. Hello, how's everybody doing today? Welcome back to another live stream of Rick's Tech Pub. It is a Thursday, 17th of July. How's everybody doing? Hello, MJ. Oh, what's up? Oh, I don't know. I'm working on my 5000D. Let me do this. That computer over there, the 5000D. Working on that one a little bit, trying to get some parts organized in it and switching fans around. Nothing too much. Kind of hungry, so I'm going to snack on some Cheez-Its. Because I just got home a little while ago. I was out mowing someone's yard today. And I'm riding lawn tractor. Took me a little, I don't know, he's used to doing it. He knows how to mow his own yard, and took him probably 50 minutes. It took me an hour and 5 minutes. Of course, he's got to have that hydrostatic steering, so I was having to deal with that. Trying not to mow down any of his small trees and brushes. And bushes or whatever. Thank you, John. No. Just regular cheddar. I was thinking about getting the white cheddar because it was on the shelf above it. And I always get the family size. There it is. 200% more, which I don't know if I'd believe that or not. Yeah, but yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know. That 5000D, and I've got that other Cooler Master case that can only hold one hard drive, and I don't like where it's at. I really don't like the design of that case too much, so I'm gonna try switching everything over to the 5000D and maybe try to get that to be a server, and then take the 2 terabyte that's in the smaller computer and put it in the 200 and the Corsair case. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure if that'll work or not. And then I'm gonna see if it's just a board thing that I can't get on the network or what, but white cheddar. What's up? I could crush your family size in a day. Yeah, I sit here all day, which I'm not supposed to, and consume a box of Cheez-Its. I'd have one hell of an upset stomach. I wouldn't be able to walk. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about that Corsair 5000D. Let's turn that into the server. Oh, dang it. I hope you guys aren't hearing the maintenance guy out there with his John Deere tractor. He's mowing the yard. I can hear him. Hey, Ken. How you doing? Goofing around at Da Vinci. Yeah. I need to sit down one of these days and get kind of back into Da Vinci. It's just, I'm busy doing other things. Yeah, that would suck losing a brother or any family member or any friend. There is no good day for it. It's just, yeah, I'm sure you can. It's not. Well, I had that one window open. Yeah, it's coming through the air conditioner, is what it's doing. Because I've got the window shut. And that's why I have the window shut, so I don't hear it so much, but it's coming through the air conditioner. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. I didn't think he'd be mowing today when I was doing a live stream. So my other thing I was wanting to think of is, could a mini PC replace that 5000D? I don't know. I think it could if I had the right configure the right. If I had it configured right. So I don't know if a mini PC. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I'd like to, because hell, if I can get rid of that monstrous thing, that 5000D. If I can get rid of that monstrous heavy thing, hey, I'd be happy. That'd be the mini PC. Or the server is what the mini PC. I'm trying to think of turning a mini PC into a server. If I can actually replace that thing, which Darren put it up on the table last night. I didn't, and he said, "My God, you've got to get something lighter." He said, "That's a hernia popper." I said, "Yeah, I know. That's why I shouldn't be lifting. That's why I had you do it." I said, "Yeah, that's heavy, and it's tall. It's really big. It can hold 3 fans in the front, 3 on the side." Hello, Jeff, and come gonna saying, "Hey, Red. Good afternoon. Hello." Apasian. Not sure how to pronounce your name. Oh, I've been working on stuff around here, and then for the sharing network thing, I was wondering if there was anything I had to do in services. In the services stuff, those things I had to. Brian did a video. Brian Brytech09. I may have to watch that video again because he had after he did all the normal settings on the computer, he went into services, and he said there was a couple important ones that had to be turned off, and one that he thought, and then I think he said it had to be turned on, and I haven't gone through my services to see if that's anything I need to do. I don't know. Okay to what, Darren? Yeah, that'd be a good idea, John. Mine's a junk case. We stripped it up. We stripped the parts off of it, so it can't really be used anymore. one of the side panels on it is slightly tweaked, and it leaves a little bit of a gap in the front because it's slightly twisted and a little bit bent. Not by much, but enough to where that front panel won't sit flush against the front. There's a little bit of a gap in there. You can see it. And if you try fixing one area of it, the other end of it's going to bend. So I didn't bother trying to straighten it. Hello. What is your name? LC Tunes? Okay. How you doing? Hey, Stan. Good to see you. I wonder if Yes is going to stop in today. He hasn't been here for a couple of streams. And I know you can't see it, but I've got a laptop over there. It's buried under stuff. And by the way, that's where I was at, is Darren's house last night. I didn't get home till about almost 10 to 2. And we got into stuff, and we just started getting a few things done that he wanted to have done, and neither one of us really had the time to get to it, because so I said finally last night, so why don't I come pick you up, and we spent about 4 or 5 hours trying to get some of this stuff done. Well, it wasn't 4 or 5 hours. It's about 3.5 hours we spent on it, and then the rest of the time we just kind of sat around and talked and fiddled around with a few other things. But yeah, I didn't get out of there, get home till almost 10 to 2 in the morning. And then I didn't sleep too good last night, and I said I was feeling good yesterday. Not feeling good today. My hernia is kind of bothering me. Just wanting to kind of jump out, just kind of, I don't know. So I've got the brace thing on today, hoping that the hernia doesn't protrude any further outward. If it does, I don't want to end up going back to the hospital, so, but it's not too bad. I can deal with this. It's just a little painful, not too bad. Hey, Kim. Yeah, I was just describing that I'm feeling fine, except my hernia is kind of bothering me today. That's why I've got this brace thing on, this white belt, that elastic that's supposed to keep the hernia from protruding outward any further. It's kind of bothering me today. Not real bad, but fingers crossed it doesn't get any worse, and I don't think it will. I've taken the meds for it, so the pain level should start coming down pretty soon. Oh, video editing. Oh, I don't know. It depends on, like Ken said, it depends on your budget. If you get into some of these computers, they can get expensive. The one I do video editing on in the bedroom, that's a 64 gig memory and a 14 core Intel i5 I forgot all the numbers to the CPU. It's a 146 600 or something like that, or I don't know. Anyhow, it's this 14 core computer. I was using a. I've used that one. That one's a 6-core or 8-core. This one here, the Gigabyte Z390 Gaming X. This is only a 6-core. I've been wanting to replace this one, get something more updated because that one's kind of old, and I've had that for 6 years, 5 years, 5.5 or something. Getting close to 6 years, if it's not at 6 years. So use it for another year or so, and then retire that one. Want to put yeah, I was thinking just thinking the 5000D. I got drive bays to put into it, but then if I put drive bays into it, I can't get the power supply in, which is the other thing I got to put in. Get that power supply in. So I won't probably do it today. Probably just kind of lay around, take it easy, relax. Yeah. I'd have to get back onto that, John. I know it's an Intel i3 something. Actually, hang on a minute. I've got that wrote down. $9600K i5 3.7. Ouch. Oh, graphics designing. Kelsey, are you on YouTube or at all? You put your videos, because I'd like to see graphic designing. That's also another thing that's kind of interested me. Yeah, we use, most of us here use DaVinci. We have another person in our, Ryan, I can't remember what he uses, that Power Director. But any which one that you pick would be good to use. Yeah, it, most of them, if they're not video intensive, yeah, your CPU would work. Your CPU would be able to do just fine. Tech public storefront. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, I just work out of my apartment. I don't have a storefront. You know, at times I kind of wish I did, but it's so expensive doing that, and the upkeep and the repairs and everything else you would have to do, and I'd rather not. I'm not that big. As hell, see, I'm self-employed. I build computers. Although I haven't for a while. I think that's kind of dropped off until fall time, and ouch, that all catches up in fall time. School starts. I think college starts later on this summer if it hasn't already. I haven't checked. But usually I get calls from them if they're needing anything. But usually one of the other guys takes it. But every once in a while I'm in the college. Yeah, that sounds like that laptop's getting a little bit hot. Have you dusted it out? Have you flipped it over on the bottom and got all the vents clean? That might help, especially if you leave it on a bed. Don't leave them on a bed because all the vents are plugged, which I'm sure you're not, but I've seen some people do that. They say, no, get that off the bed. They say, why? You see, because you're blocking all the air intake vents. That thing's going to overheat. Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Takes 4 hours to render. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, you would need a graphics card. That would help. The CPU graphics, it probably can't handle the workload. It's probably just. I mean, it can do it, but it'll take forever. Preserving old cartoons. YouTube doesn't like it. Oh, I'm sure, yeah, because they'd get you on a copyright. Yeah, I can see where that'd be an issue with YouTube not liking that. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in. I won't try it right now. I'll turn that mini PC into a server, but I'm going to work on the 5000D and get that up and running for now. I don't know. The 5000D probably will just be the videos and pictures. And if I do a mini computer for a server, that would just pretty much be for documents. The smaller stuff. And some pictures, but and that'd be probably server 2. I don't know where I'd stick that. I'd put it somewhere out of sight. Yeah, my Gigabyte Z390 Gaming X, it was without the graphics. It would it would struggle with doing the rendering on some of the videos. I don't know. Since I got that other newer MSI motherboard in there, the 14 core, everything seems to be a little bit snappier. It's not a bad computer. I know I'm probably getting to the point where I'm bragging about it, but I do have to admit it is nice. And I don't have the memory profile for the XMP or whatever it's called. I don't have that turned on yet either. I don't know if I will turn it on yet. Seems to be running fine without it being turned on. I won't notice much of a difference with the memory profile, the XMP or whatever they call it for the memory. I don't know if turning that on would really make a big difference. But I've fine-tuned that thing as best I can. I've got all the extra programs out of it. I've stripped it down a lot, taken a lot of all the programs and went through all the settings in the start menu and I went to settings and went through all that. Went through the whole list, worked my way down and turned a lot of things off. And cleaned out the temp files, the prefetch. Restarted it a bunch of times, so that's what I need to do on this one, because Windows updates. I don't know if it's turned anything else on or turned things off, but eventually I need to go through this one and clean this one out. But I need to get the videos off this computer. I need to get them off here and put them over. I don't know if I'll get all of them off here because I want to keep a few on here until I get that up and running. I'll keep a few movies on this computer and everything else I'll transfer over to that one. Be kind of a slow process because I don't have any solid state drives. Like I was saying the other day, I don't have any drives to move anything. Though I do have that one other 1 terabyte. That's got a lot of crap on it, and I'd have to move that stuff off of there. So I've only got like 600 gigabytes of movies. 500 and some. 560, 570. I read it the other day, and it's getting up there. That's what I'm going to try to do is get all the movies and stuff off over onto that one. And then I can be in the bedroom and watch movies off of that computer. That's what I'm hoping for, but so far I've kind of hit a brick wall with that. And so has everybody else who looked at it, so they're not sure what to do with it. So I'm going to just try to take a few movies or a few things and put it over on that one, then try to file share those and see if I can get this computer or the one in the bedroom to see those files and folders. I don't think it will, but I don't know. I'll try. And I also have been thinking about getting some, I don't know, standing lights. So when I'm working on that computer over there, the motherboard isn't in the dark. So I need some kind of a light for it to look down when I have the computer on its side instead of standing up. I need a light where it kind of illuminates everything in the motherboard and the inside the case. So if I put that down now, it's like trying to see things in there. It's not easy. I need to get some kind of a light that'll work for that, or I don't think these lights will work. But need to do something with that, then put it underneath the desk again. I don't know. What's everybody up to today? Got any questions or anything? I really don't have anything a lot to say. I know there's changes. If a lot of you haven't started seeing those new changes in the start menu, they're going to be changing that here soon. And adding a whole bunch of other things to it. Some of the tiles, those you can all turn off, but I don't know. There's this thing called grouping in the start menu. You can take certain items and you can put them in their own group, like all your internet stuff, internet browsers. Those are going to be in one group. Make another group for I don't know, office stuff, like Microsoft Word or whatever writing program you use. You can put those in their own separate group. I never got into that. I never really. I don't have really all that kind of stuff for to be putting in a group. I mean, some stuff I could. Like I could make my. Yeah, if I make a utilities folder, that could be in its own group. Have separate programs that I use for utilities. Have them in their own folder in a certain group. I don't know. I could if I wanted to, but I don't really bother with it. Oh goodness. It's cool enough here that I don't need to be running the air conditioner. Oh, hot sea, hell seas. Whereabouts do you live? What country or what state in the United States do you live in? Just kind of curious. Whereabouts do you live? Yeah, I got 14 watching and 7 likes. Hey, that's pretty good. Europe. Wow. It is nice to have you here. It's always nice to have people from the United States, but it's kind of special to me that I have people from other countries. Thank you for stopping in. And I hope you come back. I plan on doing videos every single day of the week except for Saturday. Because I have some other YouTubers that I watch and we're going to conflict. Their live stream is going to cover my live stream, and I just decided to take Saturdays off, and so it'll be Monday through Friday and then Sundays. That's what I have planned for now. And except for when I have this hernia surgery, which I'll let you guys know, I'll be in the hospital overnight, so there might be in the near future maybe a couple days where I won't have a live stream or an upload. So I'll be in the hospital getting this damn hernia fixed. Yeah, I don't blame you. And I don't think anybody should, get into details of exactly where they live and whereabouts they are, because funny people on the internet take advantage of it, unfortunately. Oh my god. Ouch. Yeah, there's funny people on the internet that they do weird and funny things. Well, being on YouTube too, live streams. The beginning of my live streams were kind of iffy with the people I was having, but I think we worked out most of the problems in my YouTube channel. As far as doing live streams, I think things will go pretty good from now on. I hope I got all the gremlins worked out. I do know I had a few. Yeah, I know what he's saying. It's never a good idea to be sharing information on the internet. Not a smart thing to do. I know in a few of my upload videos that I used to do, I know I've had my debit card out and had it. I wasn't thinking, but people caught the front side of it. It's like, oh shoot. I had to take that video down, and yeah, it's not a good idea. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking. Accidents happen, but something to hey, stay still. The light, one of the lights was starting to teeter totter. So I pulled on the switch for the lights in the different settings, which oddly enough, only the two bottom lights light up. I'm not sure if the other ones do or not, but what's that case behind me? That one there is the Corsair 500D. that is the case that I'm going to be switching over to a server instead of, I'm going to just try it and see if it works, and then I'll have the other smaller Cooler Master case kind of as a backup for this server. So if this one here starts having problems, then I can switch over to the other server and kind of just keep going. But that's what I plan on doing. If I don't, and I don't know, I might try to get the, I don't know, I don't think this one will work. This mini PC. This is only a 1.1. I don't think it'll work. I don't think it's strong enough. But the other one I have in the other room, I know it is. That one can get up to 3.8 gigahertz or something like that. A little bit more RAM, bigger hard drive. So, I don't know. That's what I have plans on doing. I worked on it a little bit today, kind of taking things out of there, switching fans around. I need to clean it. It needs a good dusting, especially the front filter. Surprisingly, it didn't get as dirty as I thought it would inside of here, because I have this door closed, so it's in its own. But I usually leave it cracked open so it can get air. Got a little bit of a gap in there, about that wide. The door doesn't completely close. Or I can force it to close, but then the bottom hinge starts going skew, so I just leave it like that. This desk needs desperate help, but I'm not sure what to do with it. Needs reorganizing and cleaning, I know that much. I got stuff all over the place. Yeah. I don't know. I was a whole bunch of things before I become doing this computer stuff. I worked down south of Minnesota, about an hour and 15 minutes here in a town called St. Cloud. Worked there for a number of years. And that's also where I was married and got divorced at. That was a horrible nightmare. I was only with her after we got married for about 14 months, and things got really iffy, and I was beginning to wonder. And when I was starting to wonder, and I was thinking maybe I should just get the hell up out of here before something bad does happen. So, decided before I still had my head on my shoulders, decided to walk out of it. Wrong woman to get married to. Definitely the wrong woman to get married to. But you don't know until you try. And I ain't tried it again. No, it's not something I want to do. You know, at my age of 57, I'm better off single than trying to get married and do all that family stuff. Oh, there's a setting in cookie in the computer somewhere where you clear the cookies. There's several ways of doing it. I think it's on through your browser. There's yeah, it depends on what browser you're using, and I'd have to think about the settings. It's in there where you just go and you click on clear cookies. Depends on what browser you're using. I haven't actually done that in a while, so I'd have to do some homework on that. Probably get back to you Um, well, tomorrow's Friday. I can do a live stream tomorrow at 2. Yeah, I can get back to you on that. I'll have to do some homework on that. Usually it's not that hard to find. You have to go to the settings of your browser. Ow. Yeah, we're partly cloudy today. I don't know. I might get out and try to get a bike ride in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit long. But I haven't gone through all of them on all browsers. I've just stuck to usually Chrome or Firefox. I look 77. Yeah, I don't look that old. But getting up there in age, and that now that I've been this year been having a bunch of health issues that have been kind of creeping up on me, which is not always good. Got a bunch of issues to deal with and working on them one by one. So, me first. I got to get this hernia taken care of. I don't want that to cause future problems. And it will if it stays there long enough. The pain light pain that I'm in now is only going to get worse. And it's going to start bleeding and it's going to start causing all kinds of problems. So, yeah. But I've been put on some other medication that now they're thinking it's an inflammatory med of some kind. And they don't want to do the surgery while I'm on that medication. But I can't get off that medication because problems with my other problems I'm having will come back. So I'm kind of stuck. It looks like they're looking at 15, 16 weeks for the hernia surgery. Maybe. I don't know. They might up that here in a week or two or next week. I don't know. It all depends on how things turn out. With all the tests that they've got going on me and with all the stuff that I've done, they should have enough information now to see if really having that hernia surgery is going to be a risk. That's why they canceled it, because of this medication I'm on. Well, there's actually 2. He mentioned 2 of them. But right now, I can't be off that medication, so... Oh, they keep going round and round and round, and it keeps coming up to the same conclusion. Can't have surgery right now. Which kind of sucks. I'd be in the hospital today, or probably leaving. I'd be home by now, but I would have been in there yesterday afternoon having surgery. Would have stayed overnight today, and I would have left sometime today, but that didn't happen today. Which is okay with me. It's not too bad of a surgery, but I'm not looking forward to it either. It's not something I wanted to have done again. And when I was over at Darren's house, working on a bunch of wiring stuff, and had to do something to one of his desktops. He was getting different error messages. So I had to straighten those out, figure out why they were causing him problems, and he hasn't called me back yet today, so it must be working all right. Yeah, I don't know, it's quick. It's over before you know it. The minute you're under, you're waking back up, even though it's been an hour or so later. So it's not that bad. I just know when I'm awake long enough, laying in the bed in the surgery room, and I keep talking, they just eventually take that knob and just go full tilt on that stuff. And next thing I'm talking, there's lights out. That's what he said last time. He said he had to turn up the juice on that because I hadn't quite fallen asleep yet, and I was still mumbling something. So they turned up the thing up to full. Half second later, it was just gone. And that's what I do. I just sit there and I kind of talk until I'm mumbling, and I can't talk like out. Happens pretty quick. Yeah, out of any of that, the thing I don't like is the waking up process. Oh my god, last time I was so groggy. So tired. Oh goodness. But I pull through it. I just don't remember the car ride home, walking up to my apartment, or getting into bed, which obviously I did because that's why I woke up 6 hours later. After I got home from my last surgery. And that's the problem I have usually is the waking up process. Yeah, that waking up in a different room from where you are at, or yeah, I think I have about a second or two of a little bit of confusion. I have to kind of try to remember where I was at before. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm here for surgery. I'm probably waking up from that. In a different room, recovery room. But usually I don't have any problems. I usually do pretty good. But the whole time I'm in the hospital, I'm going to be wanting to get home and get on to recovery because I'm wanting to get back to work. I'm sure the surgeon's going to take me off of work for about 2 or 3 weeks. Let this heal up really good like it's supposed to. He doesn't think we waited long enough before I went back to work last time. That's why it could possibly coming back. He's not exactly sure, but they probably didn't because I can't sit still. But I think that's what got me last time, and they're gonna use a mesh in the surgery. They're gonna do whatever, and then they're gonna cover it with a mesh kind of thing, kind of plastic mesh or whatever. I'm not sure what they're gonna use, but he said that'll help a great deal. That's what they didn't do the first time. He says, I think we're gonna do that this time. Kind of help things heal a little bit better, maybe a little bit quicker. But he still says he's not sure on the amount of days, but he's looking at 2 weeks for me being out of work, which is gonna suck. And I've already got those notices out to everybody. I did a mass email thing to about 30-some people. And I said, coming up here in the next couple of months, or in a month or so, I'm going to be having surgery. And I'll be having to take 2 weeks off of work. So, but that's not for now. And I told him I'll let him know, a week before I have my surgery. I'll send out another notice saying this is it. This is my shutting off time because I'm going to have surgery. Then I can't do anything for 2 weeks. No bike riding. No, just be walking around here in my apartment. No, nothing strenuous for a couple weeks. Yeah, no lifting anything. Yeah, that's going to be hard not wanting to pick anything up. I'm going to see something on the floor. I'm going to want to bend down and pick it up. But he's already told me I won't be doing that for a while. Which is going to suck. Being that I see things around here I need to get done, I'll have to often talk myself into not doing it and just waiting. But not going back to work. I don't know. He'll have to tell me what he thinks and how he's going to work that. It'll be for a while. No, I don't know if it'll be for 2 weeks or 3. I'm not sure. It all depends on how this hernia surgery goes. And if it goes fairly well and things go fairly good, it could be 2 weeks. But if it's really bad in there and he has to do a whole bunch of other work to do whatever, then the difficulty of the surgery says it'll depend on how long you're going to be out. But for the most part, starting off, you're going to be done with everything for about 2 weeks. Could be 3, could be 3.5, but depends on how my surgery goes. Yeah, I went through it once before. It's nothing big for me. But the bad part is I can't use my cell phone. I can't have my cell phone in my unit in my room, and I can't be using it. Which I don't know why they're not allowing that here. I think in other hospitals you can, but not in Brennard. So my mom said just leave your phone at home and turn it off. Yeah, okay. So I can't have it in the hospital in my room after surgery. I'm not sure why they're restricting that, but oh well. It's only going to be for that day and the next morning when I have to stay in the hospital overnight. So it won't be that long, but I don't like being without my cell phone for too long. Yeah, I've heard of that double hernia stuff. Hey, long dog. Potential disturbance? No. Yeah, there's all things that could go right, and there's all kinds of things that can go wrong, but the surgery is so easy. He said he's just going to be in there for a half minute and just pull out the hernia and cut off the the roots to it, and he said it shouldn't be that hard unless he runs into difficulties, which is why I could be laid up longer. He said if it's a real easy surgery, matter of a couple of weeks, but if he's having to tear a whole bunch of things up to get that out of there, yeah, could be 2.5 to 3 weeks. I hope it goes easy, and I hope it's quick, and I hope he says 2 weeks and you can get back to light duty, and then a month or so after that, go back to lifting them cases. But for right now, he says no. He'll let me know. But I've got all these notes of computers that I'm working on. I'm working on that one. Gonna work on this one in the living room a little bit. And I don't know. I don't think I need to do anything to the one in the bedroom. It's working fine. The one in the bedroom's got 2 monitors. The one in here only has one, but that's because it's a hutch desk. You know, I've talked about taking the hutch part of it off, but then where did I put everything else? So, but if I would just have this bottom part of the desk, I'd have a monitor over there and a monitor over there and have this one in the middle, but can't do that with this hutch thing on here. Oh, yeah, 3 repaired. Ouch. Yeah, that's what mine's going to be inpatient because I'm staying overnight. But my first one I was supposed to have was supposed to be outpatient, but I don't know, for some reason they decided to keep me overnight. They were seeing something that wasn't quite right with a few other things, so they wanted to keep an eye on those. And they figured out it wasn't really that big of a deal to worry about, so about 10 o'clock in the morning, the next morning, I left. They gave me my discharge papers, and they said everything looked good, and make a checkup appointment in about 2 weeks, and they said I was good to go. So I got dressed and got everything I had and left. Hopefully, this one will go about the same. I'm hoping that's the way it'll go, but but I have to put all this computer stuff and everything on this. Everything I've been talking about with computer stuff, I need to put that on hold. Because I won't be able to do it for a while. Which will suck because I come home that day from the hospital. I open that door to walk in the apartment and I think, yeah, I need to finish that. But I can't. I'll have to lay down for a while. Which is what I'll do when I get home that day. Is just take it easy, lay down in bed, and just chill. I still won't be feeling all that peppy yet. It'll take a couple of weeks for me to get back up to normal. So I know I won't be riding bike for a while, my mountain bike. I don't know how long I forgot to ask him on that, but Again, I suppose it depends on how the surgery goes. If it's a real piece of cake and easy, it'll be 2 weeks on everything and then kind of light duty after that. But depends on how it goes. But it's 2:55. I think I'm gonna start wrapping this up. But any other questions you guys got that I can answer? And I want to thank everybody for being here today. Hopefully we get more people in here, but for the new people that have stopped in here today, thank you for stopping in. Like I said, I have a live stream every day, Monday through Friday. I skip Saturday, and I have Sunday. So Monday through Friday, and then Sunday. About the same time, 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time. But it's been fun. It's been, I need to go lay down and kind of let this hernia kind of rest. It's starting to kind of bother me. But yeah, it has been a good time here, and I hope you all had fun. And yeah, Ken, I don't know if I'll be on later on this afternoon. I think I'm going to lay down for a while and let things cool off for a while and kind of take it easy for a while. My back isn't bothering me, but my hernia is starting to kind of act up on me a little bit. Nothing real bad. I just need to kind of lay down and take it easy for a while. Yeah, I will take it easy, John. I'm gonna just kind of take it easy for the rest of the day and just kind of lay around and probably take a nap. Oh, I'll try to get on Zoom for a little bit tonight, but again, it depends on how I'm feeling. I should be able to get on there for a while, but all right, guys, it's 2:57. They're gonna be wrapping it up here pretty doggone quick. So I need to get off this chair and go into the other room and kind of stretch out for a while. I'm gonna wait about another minute here. Thank you stopping in, Long Dog, and everybody else, MJ, and John, and everybody, Jeff. It's been a fun live stream. Funny, it's I like interacting with people. Something I haven't really done before and haven't done a lot of, so I'm still trying to get a little bit used to it. I'm pretty much used to it, but every once in a while I kind of sit here, it's like, oh my God, what am I doing? Next thing I know, it's go time, so I really don't have time to think about it, but it's fun. Hey, Headstash. Yeah, I need to kind of take it easy for the rest of the day. I don't really know why it's acting up on me like this today. I'm kind of wondering about that. What's really making it act up today, because it hasn't for the last week or two. Then I think I woke up this morning in a little bit of pain. I thought, well, it'll go away. Well, come to find out, it's not going away. It's kind of hanging in there. So I'm going to let you guys go a couple minutes early. It's 2:58. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll catch everybody later. Bye for now.